Hey guys, Transformers Freak 130 here. I am here today to talk about something called a Xenomorph. This is a chibi Xenomorph. This is actually named Chubbins. He is my Xenomorph. I've had him since for a few days now. About 4 days, so he's a few days old, little baby. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that this video is gonna have some spoilers for the Alien movies. Aliens, and Alien 3, and Alien vs. Predator will have spoilers in them. Alien Resurrection and Alien vs. Predator Requiem, I think it was called. The second AVP I have not seen yet, nor have I seen any of the actual Predator movies, so I won't have any spoilers for those, but I will have spoilers for the first 3 Alien and the first AVP movie. So, first on the list today that I have, I made a list, is to talk about Chubbins' second tongue. See that right here? I'll move him a little bit. There we go. Their second tongue is actually based on a real life creature. It was actually based on a type, the eel. I don't remember what specific eel the producer decided to use, but it was based on an eel. The eel has a secondary tongue where it will come out and grab fish, so that the fish obviously can't swim away while it's eating it. The Xenomorph, on the other hand, uses its secondary tongue to jab at stuff. Jab. You know, it can go through human skulls, predator armor, which I assume is at least half an inch thick, more than a couple centimeters. You know, at least half an inch in my opinion. I mean, big guys need big armor, you know what I mean? Second on my list today is Chubbins doesn't have any eyes. Does that bother anyone else that they can see really well without eyes? So in the third Alien movie, Alien 3, promptly named, we see through the alien's eyes when it's running along and upside down on the wall when it's chasing the prisoners. It has really good eyesight, like really good, like people good, like me wearing my glasses good, like you don't have eyes. So, what I've concluded, this is my personal opinion, I do want to hear yours, they use electromagnetic fields just like a shark. I do in fact have a shark here today. This is Sharky. I've had him for several years, since I was really, really little, so yes, his name is Sharky. The lateral line on a shark runs from here all the way, actually this right here is its lateral line. I forgot that this one actually had the depiction of it. Here is the lateral line on a shark. What it does is it picks up electromagnetic fields and water, which is something that all living creatures produce. Like it's like our aura, if you know what an aura is. That's what they can, aura means breath for anyone who doesn't know. They can pick that up in the water. So whenever you move, like little waves of stuff is kind of coming off of you like this. I think Xenomorphs are able to use that to be able to like figure out where we are. That doesn't really tell me how they know where different types of things like plastic, metal, walls, like how do they know what it is or how tall it is without hitting their heads at least a couple times, you know? So I think maybe they also have a type of infrared that helps with that, because of course my skin is going to be warmer than this DVD box. This is a box set of all 4. My friend's dad let me borrow it. So it's going to be a lot warmer than that, so it'll be able to see that. And I guess it maybe combines them using the big old chrome dome brain right here. Combines it somehow. I don't really know. I haven't had the chance to look into it. I might look into it and bring it up in another video. The second I want to talk about, the third I want to talk about, I think the Xenomorphs have a hive mind. Aside from a few clicks and some screeches, they don't really make all that many noises. If any of you guys have ever seen Aliens, which is the second Alien movie, you take note of whenever Ripley points the flamethrower at the eggs, like when she's threatening the queen to let her and Newt go, Two, I'm assuming male, predators come to protect the queen, maybe like sentry guards or something, and she just looks at one, it backs off, looks at the other, he backs off. She doesn't make any noises at all. She just looks at them. And they just connect for a minute, and they kind of shrink away. So I think that is an actual confirmation for an alien hive mind, where the queen is obviously, you know, the queen. It's obvious. So I think that has something to do with maybe somewhere around this area, the top of the head. That's what I think. You know, obviously, if you guys have any thoughts or, you know, thoughts or suggestions or anything about what you think how they communicate or see, for that matter, you know, let me know in the comments. The next thing I'm going to talk about is their bodies. Now, obviously, Chubbins isn't really all that tall. Probably, I mean, he's about as tall as my palms right here. So, aliens from the movie are usually depicted about 8 to 9 feet tall. That's from here to here. But we also have to think about their length. Now, I think from the tip of their chrome to the end of their, can't really see it, but the end of their little pointy tail has to be like 11 or 12 feet long. I mean, they're very long. Their tails are like the size of my leg. I'm not going to show you guys my leg, but they're like the size of my leg. So they're very long. Chubbins has, as you can see, these little ridges on his back. I actually don't know what those are for, now that I'm looking at him, because obviously I can see his back more than I can see his front. I'm kind of curious. I guess maybe they're a way because they have this kind of like hard shell armor. Like, even in the movies, you can see it shimmering and shiny and stuff. Like, it's obviously a type of armor. So, I guess it's like maybe how they get rid of sweat or something. Chubbins has abs. You see that? She has abs. Okay, the next thing on my list is their breeding. It's pretty messed up. So, for the Alien 3 movie, for the first two aliens, I should go ahead and start with the first two, we see the face huggers using human hosts. AVP, it has a predator host. Alien 3, it uses a cow. More specifically a bull. See, those have worms. And they're shaped different. Chubbins is obviously the product of a human. If you've never seen the third Alien movie, just take this, like take Chubbins, but he only ever ran on all four. So he had like really gangly upper and hind legs. I mean, a lot like, you know, that of a dog, I would assume. Like, that would be the only way I could really describe how its legs were. It was kind of dog-like. Or maybe, for better term of the, not really cow-like, but, they were the same size. Small body, big head. Obviously, they have a really big cranium. So, they can produce from other animals. I don't necessarily know if they have a limit, like, they can do it from a cow, but they can't do it from, like, a dog or a cat. Or they can do it from a human, but they can't do it from a monkey. I don't know why they would be able to do it from, or they can't do it from, like, a dolphin or a shark. Oh, I hope not, that'd be, like, so messed up. Especially the shark one, all those teeth. But, like, I don't know if they have a limit on that. Like, what if they can do it with anything? Like, anything breathing, like, you know, if it's breathable, they can mate with it, for a better term of the word. Like, what if they can do that with a shark? A very small shark, obviously, because obviously the facehugger isn't going to be able to get eaten by the great white. Like, well, you're torn to shreds, no babies. But, like, take, for example, like, what's a very small shark? Leopard shark. Leopard sharks don't really get all that big. especially when they're babies. So the babies, I mean, a couple years old, you're going to be like this big. Of course, all baby sharks are about this big, like baby lemon sharks, tiger sharks, great white sharks. I mean, they're all kind of small. So if you're going to do something, it'd have to be a baby. And they would have to work really fast with their, stun ability that they use on the throat to prevent people from moving and taking them off. They'd have to work very, very fast with you. Okay, so in all of the Alien movies, at least one person from the original set of people walk away. Ripley walks away in 2 movies. In the second movie, she has some people with her, namely little baby Newt and Hicks, I believe was his name. Yeah, Hicks. And Bishop kinda survives. Spoiler alert. And the third one, Hicks and Newt don't make it. I almost cried in the first 15 minutes of that movie because I had this mentality of, oh, Ripley and Hicks are gonna get married and they're gonna adopt Newt, they're gonna be happy. No, they're all dead. Bishop gets torn to shreds. And Ripley gets infected. She has a queen. Now the queen obviously takes several days, at least 2 or 3 days after Ripley's infected. Or at least after the facehugger falls off. And still so queens fester for a lot longer than a standard xenomorph would. Which a standard xenomorph, I would at least say 6 to 12 hours before they're ready to. Ripley, her queen takes several, at least at minimum 3 days, 2 to 3 days after she gets out of her cryo. She wakes up and a day passed, then another day passed, and then oh my god, there's an alien here, and then I don't know if that's a full day or if it's a certain amount of hours, and then Ripley makes sure it doesn't happen. She's badass. One of the prisoners survived from the third movie, but I can't remember what his name was. I feel really bad. And then out of AVP, Alexa Woods survives. Ellen is Ripley's first name, if y'all don't know that, Ellen Ripley. But Alexa Woods, which was the female main character of AVP, she is a person of color, and she's kind of a badass, okay guys? She's awesome. I just realized my door was open. Oh well. But I mean, in the first 2 movies, in the first Alien Predator movie, AVP movie, I should say, a woman survives. Ripley would have survived if she hadn't jumped in the lid to prevent the queen from hatching. Because obviously we cannot have that happening, because it can lay hundreds of thousands. They just say thousands of eggs. But really, guys, queens could probably lay hundreds of thousands of eggs. And we would be 100% screwed. Really. Okay, I'm gonna spell xenomorph for you guys, because I realize a lot of people don't know how to spell it. So I'm trying to figure out where I dropped my pen a minute ago, because I now realize I can just actually spell it out for you. Here it is. Spell it out for you. So XENOMORPH. Xenomorph. Can y'all see that well? Yeah, this is how you spell xenomorph. So again, XENOMORPH. Xenomorph. I knew how to spell it, but in Alien 3, they confirmed how it's spelled because Ripley types it up on a computer to send to the company Wayland. So Wayland's a good thing to talk about. I didn't even think about talking about that one. We see Wayland in Alien vs. Predator. I don't feel like Alien vs. Predator was set in the distant future like the rest of the Alien movies are. Because Alien takes place in 25 something. The 2500, the 2500s instead of the 2000s. I think Alien vs. Predator is set in sometime in the 2000s. Wayland has been around since that long. Of course, afterwards it's called Wayland Utangi or something like that. So obviously they joined with another company. And we actually get to see the Wayland in Alien vs. Predator. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was kind of upset that they had very serious asthma, which I guess contributed as to maybe. I mean, obviously the predator just ignored him, like completely. Like he saw that he had the lung problems, and then he just walked on by. I guess he realized that Waylon maybe hadn't been a threat for the xenomorph breeding population, because xenomorphs are actually very picky on how they breed. I have read some of the alien books. I read Sea of Sorrows. Well, I'm reading. I haven't finished them. I'm reading them. I have Sea of Sorrows, and they actually talk about the Hive Mind, book confirmed, promise, maybe, hopefully. I haven't finished it. I'm like past the prologue. Not Sea of Sorrows. Yeah, Sea of Sorrows. Something. One of the alien books. I have like 2 of them. I haven't finished yet. They're actually really picky. Like, they're very picky on how they breed. Like, you know, they are able to measure a person's, like, how fearful he is. So I guess they can have the whole I smell fear thing going on with them. And they're all like, oh, your heart is racing, but there's a strong confidence within you. You are a chosen one. And it's like, oh my god, no, I'm too scared, just kill me. No, I don't want to breathe, please. If I ever met a xenomorph, I'd be petrified. I don't know if I've said that yet or not, but Chubbins is his sweetness. I call him Chubbins because I think he's a fatty. Which actually, if you can see that, Chubbins is really muscular. But he still Chubbins to me. He has a sibling at my boyfriend's house, and his name is Fluffy. Fluffy is gender neutral. Chubbins is also gender neutral. Because, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. He's gender neutral. That's all that matters. Probably a he, but still. I actually think that's all I want to cover for this video. So you know, if y'all have any comments or anything, just let me know in the comment section. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Whatever time of day it is, whatever night, whenever you watch this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Bye! You see my wink? There you go.